All right, part 2 of getting this off my chest. But like I was saying, one thing goes wrong, you could lose everything. Makes no sense. Lived here since 1999. I have no idea why it is this the way that it is here, but it surely is. And so whatever I've gotten out of it so far, I'm keeping. I'm not gonna just throw my feet up and go live on the streets. It's 109 degrees outside some days. Right now, it's not so bad because it cooled down. It's 84 degrees outside. At midnight, it'll be 75 degrees. And I'm just completely stressed out, not only about the weather, but about food prices and about this living arrangement. Living arrangement is okay. It's the car that got fucked up I'm mad about. If you go into my community tab on YouTube, you'll scroll and you'll see the car that I'm speaking of. Please comment if you'd like to continue this conversation, because some people do. They have things they got to get off their chest. Haven't been in jail since 2012. That's good news. So whatever I did in therapy, I need to go back to therapy. I'm thinking about BetterHelp.com. As a matter of fact, as soon as I can have some extra money. And that's the other thing. Extra money. So having extra money, just so you know, we expected to have some this time. In 1999, there was an actual inflation then too, and it was literally hell. Talk about being at rock bottom. I had just graduated high school, or was on the verge of graduating high school. And yeah, this time, this isn't so bad, but I had to go to a therapist and straighten my mental illness out because that was in my way. And on my way back to the house. But I like to exercise. But you know, a lot of times if I don't eat well, it's hard for me to exercise. It's like I almost don't have any energy at all, and all I do is stress. But what I'm trying to say is so we all had expected to have extra money. Well, food prices go up. And there's no extra money. I could have used it to do BetterHelp. I could have used it to put extra food in the house. I could have used it to put in savings. I could have used it to do a lot of things. Get caught up on my old issues that I got going on with I have bills from the past that are still sitting there. Anywho, whatever the case may be, instead, I'm not behind. I'm not in debt. I'm basically at the very top of the water. Well, just sort of barely surviving. And if you're not fed up, you will be, because a lot of that has to do with job loss. I had a job. I lost my job. If you check my community tab, it explains completely why. Okay? I have the video that you can find on YouTube about this robbery. I think I have it put it in a link. Robbed at gunpoint, threw me for a loop. Then on top of that, I mean, I don't know what that's why I moved from in town. Every time something goes right, there's somebody to fuck it up for you. Just like my car. Somebody fucks it up for you. You don't have to. Because there's so much drama. The chances of finding more drama is like literally the next weekend you'll find more drama. I'm not interested in that. I really never liked it in the first place. When I was a lot younger, I was flexible. And I had a tolerance. Now I'm 38 years old and it gets fucking old. Being threatened by reckless people. You don't have to be a criminal. But being threatened by reckless people is bad enough. And to spend 10 years without being able to find any job, without being able to find any employment, it's bullshit. Now I gotta wait. Well, it's been 6 years I haven't had a job. 4 more years, history repeated itself. That sounds like it's very typical. Sounds like I'm not the problem. Sounds like this country is the problem. This country is the problem. Because how do you survive with no job? Can you even do that? Because where would you eat? What would you eat without food stamps? You don't know. Everybody acts like it's okay. But if there's really no jobs and you're living on disability or some kind of support on somebody else's support system, all the way around, it's dragging us all to the bottom. And I'm so sick of it. It's been this way since 1999. There's nothing here. It's a dead end. That's why I wish my mother had not stopped me. I would have moved. I could have done all of this in Pennsylvania or Virginia or Ohio or anywhere else. Nevada, anywhere else. And I would have been better off, but instead I had to stick around to, I guess, in a way, my mental illness was in the way. And this time, instead of having extra money, I don't have extra money because food prices went up. And I bet there's people out there that are sick of it, and I'm sick of it. It's impossible. But I'm going to start over with a bicycle and a bicycle motor. So the Dollar General that's 3.5 miles away, if I've got to go to the store to get anything, I can do that. I don't have to ask anybody for a ride. I hate asking anybody for anything. So, the point being is, I'm on my way back to my house. I wanted to take a little walk because it's cooling off, and this year, the weather is not so bad. The last 9 years, holy Christ, the weather was god-awful. I mean, even now. It's earlier feels like 106 degrees, but the difference is it's cooling off. Like there's a part of the day, the end of the day, that it cools off. The last 9 years, it never cooled off. It wouldn't even cool off at 3 o'clock in the morning. It was miserable. I was miserable. I mean, it's like it trains you in a way. I'm very active. I like to be subjected to nature. It feels good. I feel so much better right now, getting this off my chest. But when I get this bike motor on my bike, I can go to a trail down here. It's not even that far away. It's about 2 miles away. And go hiking. But it's not the point. I'm not upset about the house. It's in my possession. I'm upset about everything else. So I'm definitely not going to go sleep on the side of the street or on the sidewalk for no reason when I have a place to lay my head and I have a refrigerator and a bathroom. So when I do decide to move, it's going to be a big deal. But I don't think I can stick around in Florida any longer. It's a dead end. And anyways, so I'm back. I'm pretty much at my house right now. I'm going to turn this video in. This was part 2. It was nice to carry this conversation over to Community tab, where I talk about my car and the armed robbery I was in at Waffle House, where I lost my job in 2018. If anyone wants to talk and have a conversation, we can go back and forth. But go to Community tab and go into the comments and get my attention. All right. It's nice to get this out in the open, and I'll talk to you, hopefully someone one day, maybe better help, maybe a therapist, and carry this conversation somewhere, especially food prices. So, all right, thanks for listening. I am a Floridian. Have a nice day, or a nice night.